Today's game plan? Well, simply enough, the You Can Book Me paid features. To be very clear, don't work in sales. I work in the marketing side of things. I've been with You Can Book Me for a long time. Today we're here to talk about what changes when you switch to a paid plan. What are the features? What do they actually do? Why are they relevant? And then, like I said, at the end, we'll answer some questions live if you guys have any for me. So I like to just rip the Band-Aid off. Pricing, done. This is it. No more sales pitch. This is where it ends. But just for your guys' own information, these are the overview prices monthly for the paid plans. I'm not including Teams today because Teams plans that's a 3-part gigantic webinar of completely different things that I didn't think made sense for today. I'll pop up a poll actually. If you would be curious about a Teams webinar at some point, let me know. If not, that's cool. But we left that out today because I just want to talk about the professional and individual features. Anyways, no more talking about money. It's done. It's in the past. Over with. Got the Band-Aid ripped off. Let's get into the things you actually get with the You Can Book Me paid plans. So first of all, multiple calendar connections. What I love about the You Can Book Me free plan, to be straight up, is like it's completely free. You connect a calendar, you get a free booking page, take unlimited bookings, and that's awesome. Unless you're a Looney Tune like me who has roughly 1 million different calendars at all times, because I have a Google Calendar for work. I have a Google Calendar for some other stuff. I have my Apple Calendar for me personally because I'm an Apple girly. I've got my kids' soccer schedule is its own calendar I subscribe to. My Edmonton Oilers hockey schedule I 100% subscribe to because I don't want to take meetings when I want to watch hockey. So with the paid plans, you can connect up to 2 calendars on the individual. So your work and personal is probably how I would set it up, or up to 6 on the professional plan, which is where I live. So it is really nice because I don't want to put all my personal stuff in my work calendar, and I don't want to put all my work stuff in my personal calendar. Separation there is a beautiful thing. So it is really nice that I don't have to manually put things in both calendars. It just happens for me magically. So 2 calendar connections or 6, which is huge. Next, multiple booking pages. I have so many booking pages. It's ridiculous. But I use them all. So with the individual plan, it's 2 booking pages. So you might have one for, your internal meetings and your external meetings. You might have, there's 1,001 different ones you could have. I've got one that's just for demos. So if I'm helping people understand something about You Can Book Me, it's got its own. You can see that first one is Becca plus Max. That's my spouse. But we have a booking page because sometimes it's just easier for trying to get a buddy over for dinner. I genuinely just made our buddy a calendar one day. I was like, just book me, please. And then on the pro plan, up to 10 booking pages, which is super duper awesome because you get to that flexibility to customize each one to whatever you need. Have different meeting types, meeting locations, notifications, reminders, whatever you need. Appointment types. This is a really cool feature that I've seen used for places like salons, coaches who have, maybe a intro call and then ongoing calls. There's honestly so many different options. I know I literally just booked my nail salon right before this because I need a fill. And, I just selected the things I needed. Automatically booking. They weren't even open yet for the day, but I'm booked in. So it's perfect. So multiple appointment types. You can have free items. You can have paid items. You can have items that cost money or not money, but no durations, 0 minutes. So for this hair salon example, shampoo and conditioner, selling product doesn't take time. They don't need an appointment to buy product. They just need to pay money. So you could sell your products in here, your physical products, for 0 durations of time, but charge them money for the product. And they can all have different durations. They can all have different prices. They can all have different, whatever the heck you want, different descriptions, different images, but it's all under one link. So it's like a little online store for your business. Full branding control. This one gets to be so fun. Hiba and I work together building example pages all the time. And you can do so much with customization, which is super duper fun. Whenever somebody asks me for feedback on their booking page, this is one of the first things I look at. because in my mind, cognitive dissonance is real. There's a lot of crazy people on the internet, a lot of weird stuff out there. We're not going to get too into it, but I love that you can make the booking page feel like an extension of your personal brand. That way, when people go to your booking page, it's not a, is this legit? No, it's a, this looks exactly like Becca's business. This is copy and paste. She works at YouCanBookMe. This looks like a YouCanBookMe branding. She works at Metric Media. This is a Metric Media booking page. She works at Booster Juice. This is a Booster Juice booking page. It all aligns. It all makes sense. And your bookers feel more comfortable because it looks like you. Next, advanced notifications. And I'm going to share my screen on this one. Judge me if you will. But you can get so silly with this. So you can customize emails. You can customize text messages, reminders. There's so many different notifications that you can plan for. Can we see my screen here? Hopefully we can see my screen. But anyways, this is my actual YouCanBookMe. So I've got 3 different notifications that go out after a new booking is made. The booker gets an email, I get an email, and I get a text message instantly so that I'm aware of it. I've got approving meeting requests turned on, meaning if you want to talk to me, it's not instant access. Absolutely not. If you want to talk to me, you're going to send a request through my YouCanBookMe. You're going to get an alert saying, Becca, I'll get back to you. And then I can choose if I want to meet with you or not. If I don't want to meet with you, I can just say no. And an automatic, polite, sorry email is going to go to you. If I say yes, it's going to send you a confirmation email. It'll also send you a confirmation text message because maybe it takes me 2 hours to go through my requests before I get back to you. So they'll send you a text letting you know we're good to go. I got really silly when I built this example, the one for after the appointment ends, because I've seen some cool stuff that our users have used with this. You can send follow-up emails and text messages to your booker after the meeting. You can send them an hour, 3 days, pick a duration. The longest you can send out in advance, as far as I'm aware, is 365 days later. So a year. We have a user using YouCanBookMe, and they're a dentist practice. They have reminders going out 1 year later after their dental appointments.
Becca,
another one.
I'm just going to jump in. We can see the slides, but not your screen.
Thank you for saying that. I don't know why.
There we go. That's
better?
good.
Okay. Thanks, Eva. I don't know why that wasn't showing. Thank you so much. Let me just quickly scroll this then. Technical difficulties. So after the new booking is made, I've got confirmation email to the booker, email to me, text message to me. Approving meeting requests, decline email to the booker or acceptance email to the booker, acceptance text message to the booker. I've got rescheduling ones, emails and texts. I've got cancellation flows built out. I've got insane amounts of reminder flows built out here that I was showing my screen before that you guys couldn't see. So sorry about that. But, send reminders 3 days before, 1 day before, 1 hour before. Remind me, remind the booker, remind everybody. And then, like I said, after the appointment ends, up to a year later, you could send messages to your bookers. You can even build out full flows in text and email for if they don't show up. If they miss the meeting, send them follow-ups automatically because where are they? Why didn't they show up? So it's super duper powerful, especially if you want these kind of messaging flows for your bookers, but you don't want to pay for a hefty CRM at this point or set up a hefty CRM because it can be a lot of work. This way you can just build it all in one place, which is super nice. Next, automated notifications. As I just said, there's a million of them, but the difference being on the individual plan, you can send reminders. On the pro plan, you can also send follow-up messages and no-show management. So just those extra layers of communication that can be really super duper powerful. Next, group sessions. I love this one. We see this one a lot in the education space and also in conferences. But also there's a million and one other use cases here. But you can run group sessions. Pick how many people. Do you want 5 people in your group sessions? Do you want 50 people in your group sessions? Do you want to be like a crazy person like me and have a whole bunch of people sign up to your sessions? It's cool. But you can run group sessions. You choose the maximum amount of people, but you can have a whole bunch of people sign up for the same time slot. This is also great if you're hosting like all hands meetings with your company in person, getting everybody together, and then you want to have like breakout sessions or whatever else. People can just sign up for what they're looking for and join group sessions, which I love. Next, smarter scheduling rules. I don't have a booking page that doesn't use every single one of these. I am a bit of a control freak, and I'm fine with that. But minimum and maximum notice periods. You can go to my booking page right now. Go nuts. It's becca.youcanbook.me. But you will not be able to get my time today. You won't be able to get my time tomorrow, actually, either. I sit a minimum notice period of 48 hours because I want a heads up that you're booking me. I don't like last minute surprises. I don't want a 20-minute heads up that I'm about to go into a meeting that I'm not prepped for. So you cannot get me within 48 hours. It's impossible. Sorry. And maximum notice periods. You cannot book me more than 30 days in advance. And that's awesome too, because I'm like, what if I want to book a holiday for this summer and haven't booked it yet? You can't book me that far in advance. So yeah, maximum notice periods, super impactful. Limit bookings per day. 3. That's my rule. I have stuff to do outside of meetings. So you get me, I can have 3 opening slots per day. As soon as my calendar hits 3 meetings, that page disappears from my availability. So if I'm booked, I'm booked. Pick a new day, but I don't have the time to spend time in 10 meetings every day. I got other things to do, and I'm sure you do too. And then buffers between calls. Also important. We've all done the back-to-back call thing, and it's not ideal. So I need a few minutes to be a human, microwave my coffee for the 14th time, whatever I need to do, let my dogs out quickly. So I build in a buffer. There's a half an hour break minimum between every single one of my calls because human beings need breaks sometimes, and that's important. Approval-based bookings. I did talk about this a little bit when showing you the notifications, but my booking pages, I have accept and reject turned on so that if it's some random person just looking to sell me something and I don't really know how they got my booking page, I'll just say no thank you. And that's fine. Saves me an awkward conversation. Password protected booking pages are also awesome. So if you have you only want your VIPs to have direct access to you, you only want a certain level of your customers to be able to get one-on-one FaceTime with you, whatever it might be, you can add password protected booking pages so that they can only get you if you give them the password. And, change the password as much as you want. So if you're running cohorts, you want to change that password every 30 days, go nuts. It's super easy to do it. Tracking and analytics. If you're trying to figure out where your leads are coming from, where your customers are coming from, you can totally hook up your YouCanBookMe to Google Analytics. Use the Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn pixels so that if you're running ads, if you're doing lead gen on LinkedIn, anything you might be doing, if you're putting time, energy, and love into generating leads, you should actually know where those leads come from. And you can have automatic data exports from YouCanBookMe. So you don't have to actually think about it. If you just want it to pop into your inbox magically every other Tuesday, done, sold. Okay, perfect. One less thing for you to worry about. Integrations. So there are roughly 1 bajillion integrations with YouCanBookMe. I started trying to list them all out and realized it was going to take way too many slides, and that would just be me reading this huge list, and that's silly. So TLDR, you can do a whole bunch of integrations. 90% of them, to be honest, you can do on the free plan. On the free plan, integrate with all your Microsoft tools, your Teams, your Calendar, your Outlook, Apple Calendar, Google Meet, embed it in Wix, Squarespace, WordPress. I'm going to run out of breath. There's a lot of things you can do. You can charge payments with Stripe on the free plan, meet Zoom on the free plan. There's 2 that I circled here. I did my best. Don't judge my art. But there are 2 that come specifically with the paid plan, and those are Zapier and HubSpot. Zapier is insanely cool to me. The more I learn about it, because Zapier is basically like a magical wand that helps you connect YouCanBookMe with 6,000 other tools. If you are in tech and you like to run your company through Discord, you can use Zapier to make YouCanBookMe talk to your Discord channels. If you want it to work with, honestly, so many different things, Dropbox is one of them. There's 6,000. If you can think of it, it's probably an integration. Lots of HR, payroll softwares connect via Zapier to YouCanBookMe. There's options on options. So Zapier is really neat. If you're not sure about it, Google it. It's so cool what you can do with that. And then HubSpot. It is one of the biggest CRMs in the world for a reason. Lots of us are using it. YouCanBookMe uses HubSpot for lots of things. So Those are the two big ones with the paid plans, but just honestly, Hiba has built a really cool integrations page on our website. So if you're curious, just go check it out. She built some cool stuff with her team, Gabby and Paulina. Next, Teams plans. As I mentioned earlier, I wasn't sure if there was a lot of desire for this. Thank you to those of you who raised your hand, whether or not it would make sense for you. But there's, of course, another plan that we haven't talked about any of the features on today. This is just a high-level overview of individual and pro features that I think are freaking cool. But there's a lot more features on the Teams plan. Invite and manage team members to one dashboard. You can assign different rules, different levels, different abilities and features for each one. You can have different team members listed on one page, as you can see in this example, or my nail salon that I booked with earlier, as I mentioned, they list out all of the providers. And if you don't have a preference, choose any of them, no preference, and it'll show you full availability for all of them, or just availability for your regular person that you want to meet with. So there's a lot you can do here with round robin. There's a lot here you can do with meeting distribution. So if you didn't vote earlier, but you would like to learn a bit more about team plans, just let me know. No stress. I have to send some stuff over. But those are basically my favorite features on the free and pro plans. A couple more things, and then we're wrapped up. This is a super quick and easy webinar, guys. But the biggest thing is the individual and paid plans just give you a little bit more control, accept and decline those meetings, password protect your booking pages, limit meetings per day, minimum, maximum notices, integrations with Zapier, HubSpot. There's a lot it can do. I've been yapping nonstop for 20 minutes, but it can upgrade that experience for your clients to make it a little bit more polished, professional, and personalized, and just make things more automatic because you've got enough to do. That being said, I bragged about our free plan on this call. I bragged about our free plan for an entire 45-minute webinar 2 weeks ago. Our free plan is awesome. Use it. It's free forever and it's fabulous. Only look at these features if you're juggling multiple calendars and you just need a bit more. If you need multiple booking types or multiple booking pages or just a bit more beyond the basics. Because honestly, all of our plans do a lot. I'm a big fan. I wouldn't work here if I wasn't. Homework. I know this isn't the 8th grade, but still, I'm giving you homework. You better do it. I'm going to check. Probably not. But your homework, guys. Review your current setup. If there's things that are slowing you down, notice them. Think about it. And try to build things in a way to automate more of what you're doing. Because we all do enough admin in our day, and we don't need more. We always need less. So just take a look at your current setup and see what you could be doing just to make your life a little bit easier. Thank you so much for coming. And I do have some questions in the Q&A, which is fabulous. So let's do some live questions here. And then that'll be that. Super easy and quick. And we can go and get back to our Tuesday. So first one is from Dimitri. Is it possible to let YouCanBookMe check 2 different calendars from 2 different Outlook accounts so that your customers can only book time slots that are available across both? Yes, absolutely. So I have way too many Google accounts. They're all connected to my YouCanBookMe. And it works the exact same way with Microsoft and with Apple. I might need to fact check myself on Apple, but I'm 99% sure they're all the same. Connect as many as you need. My husband is a Microsoft guy. I am an Apple girl. We can still be friends. But yes, you can absolutely connect multiple calendars, even if they're from the same provider. If they're all Outlook calendars, that's still cool. Next, Zach is asking, does YouCanBookMe allow clients to book multiple sessions in a single booking flow? For instance, if a client wants 2 tennis lessons, can they select June 27 and June 28? So at this time, they would have to go through the flow twice. That being said, what I would do in your circumstance, Zach, while you're teaching tennis lessons to your clients, you're going to have a booking confirmation that pops up once they book their first lesson. You can edit that. You can let it say whatever you want. So in your case, I would have it say something to the effect of, ready to book another one? Click here, and it'll take them back to the schedule. So you could just bounce them back. They don't have to, hit back. They don't have to retype in your URL. You can just build it into a nice little rotating flow just a carousel of tennis lessons, which is super fun. Or the other option is, which is a little bit less work on them, but a little more work on you, is you could add into your booking form, there's a date picker. So you could actually include the date picker as one of your booking form questions. And you could say like, hey, are there other dates you're hoping to get in? And if they select other days, you could just manually invite them. That's a bit more of a pain in the butt on your end, but less work for them. So 2 different ways you could shake that out. Next, Andrew's asking, does YouCanBookMe provide the payment processing for paid bookings, or what do you integrate with? We integrate with Stripe. It's one of the most, reputable ones in the world. So yeah, everything is with Stripe. That is our payment processor. Next, Zach is asking, does YouCanBookMe offer onboarding help or setup assistance? So it's one of those things where if you're on the paid plans, you have full access to our support team. So access our support team by logging in, going to that little chat and chatting with our support team. We do absolutely do paid one-on-one support help, but also when it comes to like larger organizations, and if you need like big fancy onboarding stuff, if you're a team of 300, shoot us a message, because that's obviously a deeper, longer call. We'll work together, but we're here to help. Zach, you get access to our support team and they're fabulous. So just shoot us a message if or when you need our help, and we'll figure it out together. I think that, I just had another question come in. I love that from me. Thank you so much for being so engaged, you guys. This is cool. So this latest question is saying, I'm a YouCanBookMe user and I already have the paid option. Cool. I wish you had payment options for each appointment type. So currently they are making separate appointment types for the same product. Oh, you're saying pay online or pay on the site. Interesting. So if I'm understanding this correctly, you are having like, say you're a nail salon, because that's just where my brain's at today. You would have nail salon pay online as one option, nail salon pay in person as another option. So the pay online one, they would need to pay to book. Pay in person, they would need to not pay to book. Interesting. I've never heard that use case before. That's really cool. I would, that's really neat. I might get back to you on that one-on-one and we can work out some solutions together if that's cool with you, because that's a really neat use case and we should do some work together and figure it out. So I'll shoot you a DM and let's figure it out together, because that's a really cool use case and I've never had that one before. So that's pretty fun. Great opportunity for us to do that together. So I will shoot you a message. And with that, it looks like my Q&A is empty. Yeah. Oh, I guess, sorry, Fabio sneaking in here at the end, and then we will call it a day. Fabio has a request. The option to have more than one password for the same booking page. Oh, that would be neat. Okay, we don't have that right now, but that's super duper cool, Fabio. Fabio is one of our OG clients that our founder has actually interviewed. His interview is fabulous. It's on our website. But that's a really cool piece of feedback, Fabio. I've never heard that, but I could see that. You give each of your students their own unique password. That's cool. I like that idea. Let me chat with support, because we're always talking about like feature requests. So I'm just going to share that one with the team. That's so fabulous. And here we have Jeff sneaking in with one more question. Love that. Is there some way that I could send a calendar out to a client that lets them know the days that will be showing up to the job site, and also maybe which days the boss will be available? Ooh, fun. I'm assuming this is some sort of construction kind of, that's what it sounds like. The days you'll be showing up to the job site, and also maybe the days the boss will be available. I mean, you could absolutely set up, because you get multiple booking pages, set up a different one for the boss entirely, because you can just duplicate your booking page and have one just with your boss's availability. And then your clients would at a glance be able to see when your boss is available. That's probably the easiest way I would do it. And you could just link them to each other, where it's like in the description of the Teams one, be like, if you're looking for Bob Ross's availability, click here and it would take you to Bob Ross's availability. That's a way that you could absolutely look at it. The other option would be calendar managed availability, Jeff, which is a really cool one where you can just go into your schedule and put a block of like Bob Ross on site, Bob Ross on site, Bob Ross on site. And YouCanBookMe will actually read those to know those are the days that your client could book with Bob Ross, the boss. So there's a few different fun workarounds that you could do there. But if that's something you want to chat about further, shoot me a message after this because, yeah, there's a few different ways to solve that one, which is fun. And just like that, I think we're out of questions. I'm losing my voice after all of this yapping by myself for 30 minutes. So thank you so much to everybody for joining. I'm so, so appreciative of every single one of you for coming here today. If you have any questions after this, the recording is going to be automatically emailed to you in a couple hours. Give me a little bit of a window to like make sure I didn't accidentally swear and have to edit it out or anything. I think I was good. But absolutely, I will be sending out the recording here in just a little bit. And if you have any questions, reply to that email. It'll come directly to me and then I can help you out. But yeah, thank you so much for coming, you guys, and have a great Tuesday. Bye-bye.